And we're back. Can you believe it? Three-peat. We've got another hot toy review comparison video, and I cannot believe it. Before we get into another hot toy review and comparison, be sure to check out the description. It's got all the links for all things Harris Family, including our Sideshow referral link. If you want to get into hot toys or make your hot toy purchase, please use the link in the description. Check out sideshow.com and get your figures today. Also, these Disney Park web shooters are sick, and if you want us to drop a review on them, comment down below and say Disney Park web shooters. I am absolutely stoked. I didn't expect to have two videos, if you couldn't tell by the other video, and how ecstatic I was to have that Spider-Man 2099. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. This is the third installment of our Spider-Man Hot Toys review. This thing is absolutely beautiful. This one will be a little bit more informative. It'll be a fun comparison video because there's a combination of things that are beautiful about this that I like about my Mark IV suit. There's also a lot more detail in the Mark IV suit, which is compared to the Spider-Man 2099. They are very fun to look at and very extravagant figures. Also, this is the first one I have ever purchased aftermarket, so there will be a little bit of education for me and my learning experiences on what to look for when purchasing a hot toy. That all said, I am so excited and satisfied with this purchase. Hot toys are one thing that I was very nervous to get into because I'm like, holy baloney fudge and mustard. Who spends that much on a toy? Is it worth it? And will I regret it when it gets here? And 3 times out of 3, the answer is no. Well, 2 out of 3. Spider-Man 2099 was a gift. I appreciate you so much, Killer B. Brian, my dude. I got tall socks just for you because I am down. But my socks are up. You like that?
I do.
You wouldn't understand.
I don't, but I like it.
Anytime I get to go down, I guess she's all about it. I'm not cutting that out.
You can't fit down there.
I'm not cutting that out. There are way more accessories than there are on either of my other 2 figures. Missing ball joint there, but that's something we'll get into as well. A lot more accessories. I love the cell phone and all of the different, they got the, 3 total sets of web shooters, including the ones that come on them. You got 2 extra sets. You got some different gadgets here that you see in the game. We've got the spider bot, just like the exact same spider bot that comes in the Mark IV suit. But then you got this little plush. This was kind of a bitch to find complete. Apparently everyone wants to keep this little plush. And by God, I wasn't buying one of these figures without that plush included. That is comparable to the Spider-Man 2099 with the amount of hands that are available. My favorite ones being that peace sign there. Check out some of the photography that I've taken over on the Instagram. And absolutely beautiful figure.
I'm feeling high.
As far as comparing all 3 goes, this was my very first hot toy. And to be honest with you, it's got to be the least cool one that I've got now. The stand is a little more extravagant than the rest of them, but overall, that's not a selling point for me. I didn't really care about the stand or the blacklight effect necessarily. I just love the Mark IV suit, specifically the spider and the green tint to the eyes. I think it's an absolutely fantastic suit. My favorite comic book suit. I love that it's got that classic look, especially the metallic blue really pops. Very awesome figure, very beautiful suit. But goodness gracious, look at these 2. I would say that the advanced suit Spider-Man is somewhere right in the middle between the Spider-Man 2099 and the Mark IV suit with the additional details that it includes. So it's still your classic red and blue with the beautiful white spider, but it's got the additional details and the threading like on the biceps and the sides there to really set it apart from any classic suit we've ever gotten. It's a great interpretation of the game suit and really comes to life. Absolutely love it. Of course, my favorite thing to do with the Mark IV suit, even though I don't have it posed that way, and this new advanced suit is putting different sized eyes on there. I think that's very fun. It creates a lot of emotion. It's a simple change, but I really enjoy it. And that peace hand, that piece hand. There's just so much you can do with it. It's hilarious. Obviously, this one's gonna be, I think, the most textured, with the 2 different textures going on and a lot of detail throughout the entire suit, even on the plain blue pieces. What I do like, actually, though, in all of them, what I like more about the advanced suit, you can see that that spider is kind of puffed off there, and it will kind of raise up and could come off a little bit if you see there. Also, with a little too much torso movement, the bottom of these kind of starts to come up and off the suit. With the white spider, it's actually like printed on there, so it's not the same puffy material where it's gonna peel off or come up. There are other pieces of wear and tear though here on this. If you can kind of see the joints there, that's a pretty good shot of some of the creasing that's on there. This is the worst spot though. The seller did have it pictured in the listing and everything. I didn't pay quite as much attention to it, and you might not be able to see it on there, but there's definitely some wear there from being in a pose too long. And then you can kind of see here, I can't really get these out. The first thing I did was go over it with my trusty 303 protectant wipes. Shout out to Jeff, my dude, Tomar. 2, for telling me about these and using them on my figures to help protect the pleather and keep them hydrated to prevent the creasing from staying. But you can tell it's kind of not going to go away. The knees were bent for a while, so the fabric over time is going to stretch if it's kept in a pose for too long. And then this elbow here has kind of the same wear. So at some point it was posed with this left hip bent, if I can get the focus there, and that right arm bent as well for a long period of time. This is like a 2 or 3 year old figure, so that's kind of on me to kind of learn. And again, this is the first one I've ever bought aftermarket. But I love that the spider isn't going to peel up or peel off or anything like that. The stands, of course, I love that you got the spider on this one, spider on this one. I did mention in my 2099 video how it wasn't a huge fan that they put his face on there. I think the skull spider would have been a nice touch. It would have been a really nice stand, and it would have matched the rest of the video game set. What do they call them? The video game masterpieces here from Hot Toys. But overall, really, really happy about this. Another thing too, actually, just to kind of review this and buying aftermarket, it should have come with a pair of these, an extra pair. It only came with 1. So I did not actually have a pair of the wrist, elbow joint, ball joint things, whatever you want to call these. I got 1 instead of 2 on the accessories. So I don't know if at some point he had to replace 1 or how that worked out. There's quite a bit of wear and tear on there. I'm still happy with the figure. I'm still happy with my purchase. It is a learning experience. Maybe look at different pictures. The legs also, I feel like kind of, they click pretty easy, very soft, as opposed to like these ones here, you got to put a little more effort into making that click. So some loose hips there, I think. Again, first one I've ever bought aftermarket. So little learning experiences like that are awesome. But overall, this figure is absolutely stunning. I am still so happy that I have this in my collection. I got rid of a lot of pops to make this happen. So I'm stepping on up, guys. I'm stepping on up.
As always, thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video and check out the Hot Toys. I do have another one coming up next week, so be sure and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you get notifications every time we post a video about a hot, brand new toy.